Hello and welcome to the Union Settlement Cup. I'm AlphaFerg and I am bringing you the Game 2 match between Frogis and... why am I forgetting his name? I'm gonna come up with it. Gunz, the gun guy. Alright, so here we go into the match. What up? Yeah, Frogis versus Gunz. So Frogis is going to be the Terran here at the north. This guy used to teach in Korea, teaching Korean to Koreans, teaching English to Koreans. And he had a lot of exposure to the StarCraft scene there and the culture. He definitely knows what's going on. He even had kids bring it up during class, that kind of fun stuff. Meanwhile, Gunz, this guy is one of my favorites of the whole tournament. This guy is in the military and he is just struggling to actually get some money to take his wife out on a nice date. So all the power to him. I hope he does very well in this series. This is the first game of his I'm seeing, and I can't help but notice it's going to be another TVP on Daybreak, man. So this should be interesting. We just saw a TVP on Daybreak between Clairvoyance and Wings, and it went very well. Some interesting use of base trading, and you know, Clairvoyance doing all he can, making the right decisions in that base trade scenario. So he can stay alive, and that's exactly what he needed to do, and he totally won because of it. In the meantime, we'll see how this game goes. It looks like Frogis is about to place down the barracks. It's going to go down once this hits 150. Boom! There it is. Lots of cool stuff going on in the game. We'll see. Looks like Gunz is going to do a pretty standard, just build a pylon and chrono boost out some probes. Can't argue with that. We'll see if he chooses to do a Nexus first build. TVP, you can always do some sort of economic opening as opposed to one base like we saw in the last game. We'll see if that happens today, but it looks like, oh, this probe is just going to get out in the nick of time before that second supply depot gets planted to block any sort of scouting go on. Looks like Gunz is going to throw down the 15 Nexus when he finishes microing that probe. There he goes. And the Nexus is going down. So this is going to be a fast expand build, and I like that. I love fast expanding. I love seeing economic stuff going down. And now it's going to be scouted, so we'll see what Frogis does in response. It looks like he's not yet at a position where he... oh, there he goes. He throws down the refinery, so a little bit premature if you want to keep up the economy. No! He throws down the double refinery. That is a sign of tech. That's going to mean some sort of one-base build. There's going to be some interesting stuff. I think the best thing to do right now is going to be a Banshee, and I like this map for Banshees. I think he's going to do it. Double gas means so much gas, and you can get Cloak and all that good stuff. He's immediately throwing SCVs into these. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of gas right now, and it's going to be on Gunz to hold it off. It looks like he's doing pretty standard stuff, getting that gateway. He's going to be supply blocked, though. No, never mind. He threw down pylon way over here. It's hidden for me. That's okay. So the Nexus is almost complete, and Gunz is going to have to start focusing on defense, and it looks like he's not going to do a Forge expand. He's going to do maybe a 3-gate hold, but he already has Marines coming across, and they could do a lot of damage. You want to defend, and it looks like here comes the first SCV. This SCV, you want to kill it. Oh my gosh, it takes a ton of damage right there. Oh, it's so close to dying. It only has 9 HP left. It's not going to be able to get that bunker down in any sort of position. It's just going to do some scouting, and these Marines are going to move back because they know they don't have that additional defense of a bunker. But in the meantime, Frogis thrown down a factory man, and he's going to be able... look at that SCV. Perfect time to get out of there. He's going to be able to throw down a Stargate immediately. He has the gas for it. He has the minerals. Will it go down? Oh my gosh, there it is. I'm so good at predicting. I feel so good when I guess correctly. And Gunz is going to do a little too zealot pressure. He is actually not doing too crazy well in economy. But he's going to start chrono boosting out these probes. You can see double chrono boost, double probe. And that's going to mean a lot. He is getting the gas. He is getting the warp gate technology. But here is the danger. You can see the tech lab there. Oh my gosh, it's a double starport. This is going to be Banshees in your face. Probably going to get Cloak and a ton of Banshees. And just go and kill him, you know? So Gunz, got to remember to keep building probes. Build probes, build probes, build probes and pylons, man. And Frogis looks to be faking and expand. He has double bunkers going down, but he does not have a command center. It isn't even being built. He is just getting tons of this stuff. You can see Cloak has not been researched yet. He doesn't quite have the gas for it, but he might just pump out a ton of Banshees. The second starport's completed. There's the Banshees. He's a little bit supply blocked, just going to deny the Banshees just for a little bit. One thing you can do that's fun in this kind of situation is exactly that. Make it look like you have both bunkers full. And it looks like Gunz is going to do a 4-gate expand right now. So he's going to 4-gate, try to put some pressure on the expand, but there's no expand. He's going to be caught with his pants down. He doesn't have any hope of scouting it really at this point. He doesn't have a factory, it looks, or a robo facility. It looks like he's getting more gateways, and he's going to need them, man. You need a lot of stalkers to hold this off. Wouldn't be unhappy to see a Twilight Council go down, so you can get Blink. Blink can definitely kill stalkers kill Banshees very fast. But he's just building a ton of Banshees, man. I think Gunz is actually in a pretty good spot if he can take care of these Banshees correctly. But he's pushing this attack right now, and it's not what he needs. He does not need to push the attack because there's no expand. Though it looks like he may put down a command center soon. These zealots are just going to chase in here, and there goes the command center. But taking a look at the economy, you can see that Gunz is actually quite ahead. Four harvesters ahead, and just look at that income differential. He'll be able to get double gas that much sooner. But he's stopping Banshee production. And he's starting Banshee Cloak. So here's the 4 Banshees. These are going to be so vital. And you know what? Gunz's army is all on this side of the map. There is absolutely no defense for this. There's not even a forge. There's going to be no detection at all. This could just be a build order win. But here comes the push. It could turn into a base race. There's only Marines right here, and they're forced to run up into the main base. And Frogis is actually going to be he's caught with his pants down because there's not going to be an expand here. And actually, he's pulling back the commands, the Banshees that he needs so much. He needs to push, but he can't. He's actually 10 supply behind. And Gunz is going to be pushing here into the main of Frogis. Frogis only has Marines right now. He's going to rely on these Banshees to hold, but they're going to take a lot of damage. Cloak has completed, so this is going to be a Cloak hold. 5 Banshees are out right now, and just look at that. They're going to be able to rain down so much damage. The sentries are falling. 2, 1 left. Stalkers are falling left and right. These zealots are the only thing left that can really do damage. They have to move in. They have to do some damage. They're taking out the tech labs, but oh my gosh, these Banshees, they're like the Headless Horsemen. They're like the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I believe that's the correct number. Look at how many kills they are. They cleaned that up so fast. And you know what? Gunz needs to hold right now because he cannot withstand a Cloak push without any sort of detection. So he needs to get those cannons down ASAP. There's a cannon. He needs a cannon in the back here. He needs cannons around his base. Actually, maybe he should have gone for a robo. I don't know if he had enough gas to do it when he needs it, but he needs it now. Get down those cannons ASAP, man, because you have Banshees coming to your face, and they're actually getting healed up too. So here's that command center being placed back down. Gunz should be getting more probes. He does not have full saturation right now, and that could come back to haunt him as he needs to get worth out of the second base. So here comes the Banshees. They have nothing left to counteract them, man. And the robo is only halfway done, so these observers are going to be way behind. And here comes that deadly fleet. But they're moving directly over. Oh my gosh, one almost dies. And here come the Banshees. They will have a cannon there, so they're not going to be able to move in here. But oh my gosh, they're going to be able to depower these 4 gateways so quickly. And now they're moving into the base. You can see photon cannons are thrown down in desperation, but these Banshees actually take care of photon cannons so fast, and there's nothing that can scout it. This army is moving in here, but it's not going to be able to do anything, and these stalkers are going to fall so quickly. The one thing that could go in Gunz's favor right now is these Banshees are running out of energy. But oh my gosh, look at these probes are so dead. And look at this, losing the cyber core, losing more probes. This is not what he wants. He needs to chrono boost out some sort of observer, and I think it finally did come out. There it is, and he's chasing away the Banshees, and he's still ahead in probes. So actually not too bad. He needs to get his probe building up, and that's exactly what he's doing. This is actually pretty even right now. This is kind of scary, man, because this is not a standard game at all right now, but it's evening out, and it's going to turn into some sort of weird build. Let's look at what their production is leaning to. Right now, these double starports are focusing on reactors. That's going to be a lot of medevacs. In the meantime, there is double engineering bays. Not quite the income to support all of this upgrades, but you know what? Here comes an attack into the back door, but it's going to be fine. There's a photon cannon here, and it's going to start almost going to work. Forgot to work. And here is Gunz' army. He's trying to move out, but oh my gosh, there's 2 Ravens right now. Frogis using some very innovative buildings, and he's going to start getting a lot of medevacs, and you can see all of these barracks are almost done, so they're going to be able to pump out units. It's going to be a quite heavy bio force. You can see their upgrades are going well. Stim, let's see if it's done. Stim is done, and combat shields is almost done. The Marauder slow is not quite there yet, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, taking out the observer quite quickly. So this game, like I said, is evening up. Gunz is still ahead in economy, and he needs to focus on spending right now. He's getting a little bit too high. But one thing that's nice, he does have the robotics bay done. I wouldn't be unhappy if he threw down another robo facility so he can get double Colossus production once he needs it, once it's ready. And in the meantime, yeah, the scouting factory is a pretty clear indication of lots and lots of bio force. You can see these Marines and Marauders are starting to be produced a number at a time. More medevacs coming out. The upgrades are almost done. And there's a second expansion. Frogis throwing down a third. In the meantime, Gunz throwing down every single building at the same time. Don't you love that one probe just building everything? I love it when it does that. I love doing that too. But this is going to be a very important expansion. Both players are almost mined out. You can see here in their main, so they definitely need those expansions. Wouldn't be surprised to see fourths as well. And the robo facility is done. So here comes out that first Colossus. Should definitely get extended thermal lance as well, but he's trying to expand, so that's why he's low on minerals. You can see a scouting factory right here trying to check, just having some fun out there. You got to be careful with observers like this. When you know there's Ravens, you can see it gets scouted. Oh, it's gonna die. It falls to the ground, so dead. And the game's gonna move on right now, and both players are doing pretty well. But you know what? Gunz' lack of keeping ahead in probes right now is really killing him, because you can see he's 40 supply behind. And Frogis is using his macro sense just to do a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, he's moving out with so many probes at the same time. Oh, these units are not moving in for the kill of this third. But it does get scouted with the Banshee. This Banshee's not going to be able to take down a photon cannon all by itself, but that kind of feint is throwing the Protoss army away, but it will move back in just in time. And the Colossus, there is one Colossus finished, and trying to take out these rocks. The Colossus could be in danger, but it looks like there's nothing too crazy going on, and it looks like here's a push. He's trying to bait these units into a concave. There's the stim. These nice point defense drones are soaking up a lot of the... Oh my gosh, they're soaking up so many of the Stalker kills, and this Bioforce is moving in and doing a ton of damage, taking the Colossus down to half health, and just... Oh my gosh, these Stalkers... They don't have any defense, man. They're taking out everything. This Bioforce is absolutely killing everything right now. No Zealots, and I think Frogis is going to take this game handily right now. He's chasing down the last Colossi. It falls, and Gunz is just going to GG. Very well played game there in the Union Settlement Cup. And now we'll move on to the third game.